Welcome to Brilliantly British. My name is Lawrence and today I'm going to show you how to make a batch of Gloucester Barballs. So as I show you how, please sit back, relax with a cup of tea in hand, putting those feet of yours up to, and of course enjoy this episode. And don't forget to subscribe. Already on the Brilliantly British channel, episodes showcasing the versatility of the barley grain have featured, exposing you, our dear viewers, to the possibilities and the culinary delights that await you should you choose to give these recipes a try. These, my friends, are Gloucester Barballs, the perfect solution, we think, if you happen to have a portion of lovingly made creamed barley enhanced with wine, spinach and walnuts, as well as an admirable amount of cheese to boot. And in this episode, we'll be walking you through the preparation before we customarily crown things off at the end with a session of tasting. And so now, with the introductions made and your interest peaking, please allow me to show you how to turn these into these. To begin preparing a delicious batch of Gloucester Barballs, within a pan gently melt butter, to which, once molten, onions, celery, carrots, bay leaves and a pinch of salt should be added before stirring and then allowing to simmer gently over a medium-low heat under a lid until the onions just begin to show signs of browning. At which point, your barley should be added and toasted for a few minutes while stirring constantly, following on by incrementally adding splashes of white wine. With the heat now at a medium-high level, between each splash of wine, the contents should be stirred constantly in order to agitate and promote the release of starch, making the final dish creamier and seemingly richer. Moreover, wine should also only be added once any previous additions have evaporated or have been absorbed. Then, after having added all of the allocated amount of wine for this recipe, over a medium-high heat, incrementally ladle in stock, while repeating the aforementioned steps, carried out while adding wine by stirring constantly, all with the aim of improving the final dish. Simply, you'll want to continue to gradually incorporate stock and stir the contents until half of the stock has been consumed, at which point the heat should then be reduced to a medium-low level before turning in the remaining stock, bringing the contents up to a gentle simmer, and then covering with a lid to cook and allow the barley to absorb the stock, leaving you with ample time to relax and rehydrate with Brilliantly British content in hand, making sure to help us out by liking and subscribing. Thank you. With enough time passing, the barley will have swelled to resemble that which is on screen now, with little to no liquid remaining. And then, without getting too carried away, crushed or finely minced garlic should be added thereto before covering once more to cook the garlic, continuing thereafter by removing the bay leaves and switching off your source of heat, as you turn in chopped spinach with a dusting of lemon zest, parsley, coarsely chopped walnuts, a splash of cream and mustard, all of which should be well mixed through with the barley being seasoned with salt and pepper to taste as a final preparatory step. Thereafter, spread out evenly upon a wide tray to facilitate fast cooling before being set in a fridge to cool completely, leaving you with yet more time to relax and rehydrate with Brilliantly British content, of course, in hand, not forgetting, of course, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Once cool, take your time to equally divide the creamed barley into 12, and then with a bowl of water, a free tray, and portioned cheese prepared, take your time with slightly wetted hands to wrap each piece of cheese in the portioned, cold, creamed barley, ensuring that the cheese has been thoroughly engulfed before contouring into a spherical shape. This process should be relatively simple and quite therapeutic, with it becoming easier and more enjoyable as you progress, as long as your hands are regularly yet slightly wetted, eventually yielding the batch of creamed barley and cheese spheres, which after working will require a period spent resting and chilling in a refrigerator, earning you yet more time to relax and entertain yourselves with brilliantly British content. Once the barballs have spent a sufficient amount of time chilling in your refrigerator to breadcrumb coat them before frying, plain flour, beaten eggs and breadcrumbs will need to be prepared, with the barballs first becoming flour coated, a process which should cause them to resemble perfectly formed snowballs, before being egg washed and then breadcrumb coated by hand, with the result being the batch on screen now. With the barballs coated, waste no time heating up oil to deep fat fry them, if necessary, turning them regularly to colour evenly should you be frying in a cast iron pan like myself, with the barballs being ready once evenly chestnut brown before removing and frying in successive batches. As you fry, you need only make sure to maintain the oil's temperature, with the result when finished being a batch of hot Gloucester barballs, ready to serve and enjoy. And so now, with a batch of Gloucester barballs made and your interest peaking, I think it's high time for tasting, tasting, tasting. Are you ready? Are you steady? 3, 2, 1. Oh wow. One word. Rich. Oh, the richness of these barballs is the first thing that hits you. You bite into it, and of course once you go through that wonderful crisp exterior, the first thing that meets you is that luscious creamed barley interior, which of course has been enhanced with lemon zest, cream, spinach, and with added texture as well in the form of the walnuts. And if that wasn't enough, you then go through the creamed barley interior, and what meets you, that is the molten cheese, which actually makes this dish somewhat self-saucing. It's amazing. This would be a fantastic starter. And a side note, a piece of advice, when you fry these in batches, you can actually put the ones that are already cooked in the oven to stay hot and to keep the cheese inside molten. And so, with all of that being said, given that you are now sold on how fantastically delicious these Gloucester barballs are, please go out, get the few simple ingredients because as you very well know, it is worth it. So please, please, please make these barballs, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you all for allowing me to show you how to make a batch of Gloucester barballs. Knowing that you loved this episode, don't forget to click on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button so that you don't miss any of our new releases. Tell everyone, and I mean everyone, that you know about the brilliantly British food on this channel, and follow us on all of the social media platforms that this channel is on, and I will see you